What happened to America first?
Right now at 5, President Trump's latest move that could impact your grocery bill.
And Oktoberfest USA investing back into the community. The nonprofit's benefiting from one of La Crosse's oldest traditions.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Cattle farmers have new beef with President Donald Trump.
Yeah, he wants to import meat from Argentina. So what will that mean for Wisconsin ranchers and consumers?
News 8 Now's Allison Ferget has some answers.
Beef and cattle prices are at a record high, but U.S. farmers are warning against turning to other countries for beef.
The nation's beef herd is lowest it's been since 1950.
U.S. cattle farmers had to downsize their herds because of a years-long drought down south and out west.
We got to rebuild that herd and get it back up to, somewhat of a stable herd to feed our nation.
Because of the ongoing cattle shortage, beef prices are hitting record highs. Now, President Trump is proposing allowing more Argentine beef to be imported at a lower tariff rate to help consumers.
But I also want to keep the beef prices low.
What happened to America first?
Von Ruden believes the move would be a betrayal to U.S. farmers, who he says will be paid less for their beef if the policy change goes through.
If we're going to see a 4 times growth in the amount of beef that comes out of Argentina to the U.S., it just goes against everything that we've been led to believe that's going to happen with this administration.
State Senator Brad Pfaff previously worked for the U.S. Farm Service Agency. While he says importing more beef from Argentina might lower prices for consumers in the short term, there will be long-term consequences.
What it very well may do is the American rancher, the American farmer, will not reinvest in the domestic herds.
And Von Ruden says when farmers are hit financially, the whole community feels it.
When farmers don't have money, they don't spend that money in town. They don't buy the supplies. They, sometimes if it gets to a bad situation where they don't even buy groceries locally anymore because they simply can't afford to, it's a big problem.
Reporting in Westby, Allison Ferget, News 8 Now.
Day 23 in the government shutdown showdown. Governor Tony Evers in La Crosse today weighing in on its impact. He warned that Wisconsin's food share program will run out of funding in less than 10 days. Evers sent a letter to the Trump administration urging them to transfer funds to keep SNAP benefits going.
He has that ability. There's no question about it. This is a federal program. They should do it, and they can do it without any legislators saying let's do it. They don't have to have people they don't have to bring people back in to pass a law. They have the money.
Evers also discussed the Affordable Care Act premium tax credits. They help over 300,000 Wisconsinites.
A live look at the U.S. Capitol. Senate Democrats blocking a GOP-led bill to pay workers deemed essential during the shutdown. Democrats saying they should pay furloughed workers too.
Tomorrow, hundreds of thousands of hard-working federal employees will miss a paycheck and are going to struggle to be able to provide the basic necessities to live and survive.
Innocent Americans are suffering every day as a result.
There also isn't any sign talks will pick up. The Senate is expected to go home for the weekend while President Trump is headed to Asia.
In Wisconsin, tariffs on wood continue to hurt businesses statewide, but one local company is surviving. News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hine shows us how.
Rising lumber tariffs could affect your next home project, but it might not be in the way that you think. Lumber tariffs are currently set at 10%. Kitchen cabinet tariffs are at 25%, but are set to rise to 50% next year. While these tariffs may impact big box stores, Kitchen Solvers of La Crosse, a local business, says the impact on them has remained neutral.
We get that question from most homeowners that come in as well. Hey, is this going to set me back more because of all these tariffs? And we just tell them, hey, really pricing is right on par with where we should be regardless of the tariffs because we're, building and buying local.
The company says locally sourcing materials has helped them avoid price spikes and may be driving more customers towards local options. Tariffs on imported cabinets are set to increase on January 1st. Reporting in La Crosse, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now.
In Wisconsin, tariffs on wood continue to hurt businesses statewide, but one local company is surviving. Officials broke ground on a new housing project in La Crosse today. CC Residences features 24 student apartments, 12 townhomes, and a community garden. Developers say the space focuses on sustainability and people who don't need big living spaces.
I think the collaborative effort with this project really demonstrates, I think, the care that the community has, right? There's strong neighborhoods here. People care about where they live. And again, we wanted to be a part of that and honor that.
The complex opens in spring of 2026.
Well, overall, it wasn't a little bit better than what we had for Wednesday. For Thursday, and we have more sun towards this evening, but still overall it was a kind of a below average cool day. Going forward tonight, the skies are already starting to clear out. You can see that with both cameras in the upper 40s, so we can quite get to 50. But with those clear skies, light winds, and obviously it's the end of October now, it's not that hard to believe that we're going to have some freeze conditions too. So a lot of the areas south of Black River Falls are under a freeze warning, really a hard freeze, meaning temperatures are going to get below 28. For areas further north, they've already seen that a couple of weeks ago, so pretty much the growing season is done with, and it's pretty much on par with what we expect. Right now, we've had a few clouds out there, but everything has begun to clear up. We're still in the upper 40s to around 50, a few areas that get to 50. For this evening, it's going to be lighter winds, still pretty cool. Obviously, you need a jacket, getting down to 35 degrees, and a very similar story for La Crosse, getting back down to about the upper 30s by 10 p.m. So later on, we'll break down the rest of the Friday and the weekend forecast and tell you if you got any type of rain that might impact your weekend activities a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, Oktoberfest officials are giving back today. They donated close to $197,000 to 75 local groups, including Seven Rivers Big Brothers Big Sisters, the Hunger Task Force, and the Sparta Marching Band. Each year, the event relies on hundreds of volunteers and community partners to help bring the fest to life.
This is incredibly rewarding. That is to see everyone put in the hard work and then to see the payoff and the amount of things that are going to be accomplished locally with these funds is phenomenal.
Oktoberfest has been a La Crosse tradition since 1961.
La Crosse's leaf drop-off sites open tomorrow. There's one big rule. After dumping your leaves, make sure to take all your bags and containers. And next Monday, leaf collections start. There will be one pickup per week. Folks are being asked to not park in front of the piles so it doesn't slow pickup. Students from Logan High School and Northwoods Elementary took part in a story walk. They read The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Pages from the book were displayed along an outdoor walking route, combining reading with physical activity.
So far, we're doing great. You know, me and my partner Preston, we've been really connecting with the elementary schoolers and, you know, allowing themselves to read, so building up their reading skills.
The program has been going on for 10 years. It helps add over 800 hours of reading time for students each year. Still to come, the NBA rocked by illegal gambling schemes. The players and coach caught.
Plus, more strikes on boats, this time in the Pacific, who the Pentagon was targeting.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, how you can help the YMCA on its Giving Day, and Big Top Thrills. We're live at the Water Circus, and Art has a look at your weekend forecast when we see you at 5 a.m.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. King Furniture has more Lazy Boy recliners than anywhere else in the Coulee region. Fabric, leather, and even lift chairs. Try them all out. Sit on this, sit on that. There's plenty here to choose from. And as always, we'll deliver and haul away for free. Find what you're looking for today at King Furniture.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Get an 11% rebate from Floor to Ceiling on your bathroom remodel at Menards. Tarkett laminate flooring is designed to handle everyday life. Coastal Choice is durable and waterproof, making it perfect for kitchens and bathrooms. Pick it up for just $159 per square foot after rebate. Upgrade your bathroom with energy-efficient Tuscany bath fans. They provide strong performance and near-silent operation. Right now, get this bath fan for only $97.89 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you shocked by letters like these that say your Medicare plan is no longer accepted at your provider or your Medicare plan is being canceled?
You started thinking, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? It was too confusing.
I think the fear is that you think you're older and who's going to take you? You know, what's out there, what's available. We came to Strive Medicare and everything was taken care of. Felt like a relief. Yeah, we didn't have to worry about it. And it's cheaper even.
Call Strive Medicare today. We're here to help every step of the way.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Work at 0% APR with a total value of over $5,800 on this Sierra 1500 model. Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
The story is rocking the sports world. A sitting head coach arrested in a massive mafia-linked rigging and gambling probe.
And an illegal sports betting ring involving active players uncovered. CBS's Christian Benavides reports from Miami.
Your winning streak has ended. Your luck has run out.
That was the message from the U.S. Attorney's Office in New York, announcing more than 30 arrests in 2 separate gambling schemes. In one, Portland Trail Blazers head coach and Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups is accused of being involved in an underground multi-state poker ring backed by the Italian mafia.
These defendants, which include former professional athletes, used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed. The games in the New York area were backed by the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genovese crime families of La Cosa Nostra.
The technology included a rigged shuffling machine, an X-ray device, and special glasses to see pre-marked cards. The other case involves Miami Heat player Terry Rozier. Prosecutors say this 2023 game is one of several where he tipped off others that he would fake an injury.
Members of the group placed more than $200,000 in wagers on his under statistics. Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars.
Dan Roberts is editor-in-chief at Front Office Sports.
It's not just the NBA that is dealing with scandals that have resulted from legalized sports betting. We've seen a number of them in baseball, and yet basketball seems to be the sport where you have the most of this, probably due to the prevalence of prop bets.
While the cases are separate, 3 people are named as defendants in both, including Damon Jones, a former Cleveland Cavalier player and assistant coach. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
The White House revealing 2 new strikes on boats allegedly carrying drugs from Latin America. One boat was taken out in the eastern Pacific Ocean, the other off the coast of Colombia. President Trump says the boats were operated by drug cartels, but no evidence about who was on board or the exact cargo has been released.
This is a national security problem. They killed 300,000 people last year, these drugs coming in. They killed 300,000 Americans last year, and that gives you legal authority.
There have been 9 strikes on alleged cartel boats. At least 37 people have been killed so far, but the president argues thousands more have been saved. Well, the price is going up on President Trump's White House ballroom. It's replacing the entire East Wing. The president now says the ballroom is expected to cost $300 million, up from $200. The project will be privately funded. The East Wing has long housed offices for the First Lady.
New video shows the heist of the century at the Louvre in Paris. It is circulating on social media. Police say it shows the thieves escaping from the museum. Investigators also revealing today that they found traces of DNA samples in a helmet and gloves. The suspects made off with $200 million worth of jewelry in just 4 minutes.
We'll have more news ahead.
But first,
Yeah, the good news is we're going to have a really nice, pleasant end of the work week on Friday. More sunshine, 50 degrees. Unfortunately, we do have some clouds for the weekend and more precipitation coming up early next week. So we'll time that all out and show you what's coming up on the First Warn Weather Update after the break.
It's time to celebrate during Oktoberfest at Home Furniture. Fall into savings of up to 10% off sale prices throughout the showroom. This dining set is now $759. Plus, right now, get 3-year special financing. Hurry in. The Oktoberfest sale at Home Furniture ends Saturday.
Save big at Hy-Vee, Friday through Sunday. Fresh Hy-Vee chicken breast, just $2.99 a pound. Hy-Vee butter, just $3.48. Campbell's soup, just 89 cents. Chobani Greek yogurt, just $2.99. A 5-pound bag of Hy-Vee russet potatoes, just $1.48. Plus, get great deals on Lunchables or P3. Jack's Pizza, Pepsi, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
A great percentage of what we do at the Pump House Regional Art Center is impacted by tourists.
The more people that we can get into the La Crosse area, the more I can provide for the people in our neighborhoods, the employees that I can help take care of, and just generally a better quality of life for us and our surrounding area.
The increased tourism means more business to us, means that we need to hire more staffing to accommodate for the fuel sales, to accommodate getting the rentals ready.
The power of tourism, brought to you by Explore La Crosse. At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
What should I do next?
Western has the answer.
Do something that excites you.
Do something fun. Do something that shows your skills.
Do something that gets you hired to do what you love.
You can do it all at Western Technical College. Choose from more than 90 programs. Invest in you, spend less, and get hired fast. Take that next step. Apply at Western today.
Do something for you.
If you're not regularly treating your septic tank, you're risking a backup and significant repairs. Use Rid-X once a month. Simply add and flush to reduce monthly waste buildup by up to 20% and help prevent backups. Try Rid-X.
'Tis the season to sparkle at Home Seasonal Concepts. Now enjoy 50% off the festive selection of trees, wreaths, garland, and all your enchanting holiday decor needs. Embrace the magic of the season. Shop holiday at Home Seasonal Concepts inside all home furniture showrooms.
Well, a lot of areas are going to have the freeze, a hard freeze, and that means temperatures fall below 28 for several hours or an hour. So if you look at this chart, we're kind of right on pace for some of these areas to see it. Basically, maybe a little bit of delay to it, but for areas along the Mississippi River, we're kind of right where we should be. So this time of year, you would expect to see it. Further north, as you know, that was earlier in October, and Rusk County and up to Chippewa and those areas, they've already saw that a couple weeks ago too, so they're pretty much done with it. Once we see it tonight, we're pretty much going to be done with the growing season. You won't see these frosts or freezes until springtime, and we're getting to the last one. So overall, that is out to tonight. So if you got anything outside you want to keep, definitely bring it inside or cover it up during this time frame, else it probably will die tonight, getting those temperatures down 28. Some areas could get even into the upper teens, and some of the colder spots like Black River Falls, Sparta, the Toma, those areas maybe up to Stanley could get up to the upper teens. Otherwise, generally mid to upper 20s overall. Calm winds, light winds, so overall it's going to get pretty chilly, pretty cold start. The good news with all this is we're going to have light winds, and these light winds will persist throughout Friday. So with plenty of sunshine, we're going to get back up into the mid-50s for most areas, low 50s up to the north. Cloud cover will stay to the east of it. So this is about where we should be. So overall, a nice end to the work week. And for Friday Night Football, pretty much what you expect too. Obviously you need a jacket this time of year, but it's going to be calm conditions. Now, Saturday we're going to start seeing winds turn around. There is a little bit of a front, and I'll show you here in a bit what I mean with that. That'll turn the winds around, and more cloud cover, mid to high clouds will push in. So our temperatures will fall probably after midnight, and then maybe start rising to near 40 or mid 30s as we get closer to the morning hours. So it will be warmer or milder going into Saturday. And then Saturday's temps, we have a lot of cloud cover. This is going to keep the temperatures probably from reaching 60 in a lot of areas. There is some precipitation chance here, very low, but more clouds than anything else. And then as we go into Sunday, I think the clouds in the morning give way to more sunshine, so this will actually help our temperatures probably get up into the 60s if you're south of I-90. So overall, a nice Sunday with light winds too for the most part. as I mentioned too, the precipitation coming on, it's really two systems. This one to the south that's spinning around here, and one to the Pacific West Coast, or you can see that one just ahead of it too. They're going to come through and they're going to be interacting with each other eventually, so we're going to see some of that Saturday, and then for next week we got another system too. But it's that one to the south too you got to keep an eye on, and I'll show you that. We time it out. Here's the cloud cover that starts increasing, and that southeast wind is a warm front's just to the west. This will start increasing clouds, and then here's the precipitation. Very light precipitation, but it's a possibility to see some of that as we go throughout Saturday morning, and mainly north of I-94, stretching into northern Wisconsin. It's a 3D look, so you can see that where it shows yellow, it kind of pops up a little bit more, stronger shower. This will come through, but a lot of this may not reach the ground. As you note, a lot more cloud cover Saturday than anything else. Even a little shower possible as we go to Saturday night. But once again, those are light amounts. So we'll track that a little better to see if it actually does persist. But next week, the chances do increase, but they are coming back down a little with the system as it's going to kind of split with a main piece coming to the south. So overall, seasonal conditions next week, we'll just have to time out the precipitation chances as we get closer. But overall, Friday and the weekend is still shaping up to be pretty nice.
All right, some good news. Thanks, Greg. Still to come, a tennis star determined to beat Father Time.
How the love of the game has kept him going for 102 years.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
No. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Carl's grand opening celebration continues, and so do the savings. Here in our Brainerd store, you can register to win all kinds of great prizes. At all Carl's locations, you can take advantage of celebration prices and exclusive in-store specials. You get free installation on select dishwashers, Serta mattresses, TVs, and grills are on sale. Carl's grand opening and grand savings continue now at all of our Carl's locations. Stop in and see us.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
So that no matter what mess you brought into this church today, no matter what addiction and what struggle, no matter how many times you've doubted God or questioned God, that because of Jesus Christ, God's not holding it over your head. Instead, there is this amazing grace, there is this unconditional love that you and I can say, God doesn't just put up with us. God loves us.
Join Pastor Mike Novotny each Sunday. Watch Time of Grace on Channel 8, WKBT.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Right now, during our fall pet care sale, save $3 on assorted Diamond and Diamond Naturals dog food. Select 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand cat food, just $15.99. Plus, bring your pets in costume for a free trick-or-treat and photo booth event. This Sunday only from 10 to 2. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A Texas tennis player is proving that age is just a number and he's still got game.
That's right. Dick Bond is 102 years old, but on the court, he gives players decades younger a run for their money. Bond picked up tennis in his 50s after a long career as a decorated fighter pilot in 3 wars.
It's so much a part of my life. It's really what keeps me going and gives me a reason to get the hell out of bed. It's never too late.
Bond, who was married for more than 70 years before his wife died, says he also gets support and community from being on the court.
Isn't that inspiring?
Love it.
You can start anything at any age. I remember being so self-conscious going into a ballet class at age 26.
Oh, yeah?
Because I was among all these like 18-year-olds, but look at that. You keep up with it. Now he's like giving people a run for their money.
And it really is a lifetime sport. Whenever you pick it up, you can carry it with you decades in.
Yeah, for sure. Good for him. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Hi, my name's Levi, and this is Maxwell Whitewater Conditioning Tip 79.
Chlorine in city water can cause dry skin and bad taste or odor. If you notice these issues, call us today at 608-781-8088.
Dahl Honda is proud to sponsor News 8 Now's Top-Notch Teacher Program. It's always a highlight of our month to recognize the top-notch teacher and thank them for all they do for our students in school. Dahl Honda values the great work all teachers do for our children and community. If you know a teacher who deserves top-notch teacher recognition, please nominate them. Thank you, teachers, for going above and beyond and providing a top-notch education.
This fall, refresh your home and save big during the Fall Home Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Living rooms, dining rooms, and bedrooms, everything you need to get your home ready for the season on sale now. Choose from in-stock items or special order exactly what you want. Get the quality, comfort, and style you love at prices you don't want to miss. Hurry in, these savings won't last. The Fall Home Sale happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
Plantar fasciitis feels like pointed, sharp pain. It just hurts all the time. It feels like your foot is squeezing on itself. When I drove past the Good Feet store, I thought, I'm gonna stop in. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet that were personally fitted just for me. Then it was like, okay, this is something special. These make a difference.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
If you've ever grilled, you know you can count on propane to make everything great. But did you know propane also powers school buses that produce lower emissions that lead to higher test scores? Or that propane can cut your energy costs at home? It powers big jobs and small ones too. From hospitals to hospitality, people rely on propane, an energy source that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly for everyone. Get the facts at propane.com/now.
Hi, my name is Levi, and this is Maxwell White Water Conditioning Tip 48. Hard water causes scale buildup, dry skin, and stained laundry. If you see these signs, call us at 608-781-8088.
All right, there's your lows tonight, mid-20s, even some areas upper teens too, so definitely going to be a hard freeze for areas that have not seen it. The good news is for Friday, overall it's going to be pleasant conditions. We have more clouds, maybe even a shower or two Saturday, but overall for the most part the weekend is shaping up to be pretty nice.
Excellent, because those lows are a little shocking
Chilly.
when you see them.
Still this time of year, it's end of October.
Oh yeah. Thanks for joining us at 5.
We'll see you at 6.